What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is the Wingman converter. It's the XB3, so it's the newest version, and I'm going to be using it to use my PlayStation 5 controller on my Xbox. I don't love the Xbox controller, and I love the PlayStation controller, so I'm going to try using that and tell you if it works for me and feels the same way that the PlayStation controller does work and feel on the PlayStation as it does on the Xbox. But you can see here's I believe this is the compatibility list of all the things. It's not just PlayStation. It does a lot of different things, and it's supposed to work great, and I'm going to test it out. I paid about 55 bucks for this, so it's kind of expensive, but let's see what comes inside the box. Inside the box, you will find a keychain holder. This is a chameleon. It's actually really cool. Nice little get that you get with this. You get a couple of stickers, reflective stickers, and then this one is like some girl or whatever. And then you get a little setup instruction guide that tells you everything does on here. So you can take a quick look at this, take a screenshot if you want. And then here's the actual device, USB-A on this side and then USB-A on the inside as well. And when you look at this, it's pretty simplistic. There's nothing really else on here that you're going to touch or turn on at all. For 55 bucks, it's hopefully it works great and does exactly what I want and lasts for a lifetime. So let's check this out. So what we're gonna do is I have a USB-C to USB-A cable. I'm gonna plug the USB-A cable at the end right here. I'm gonna plug the USB-C end into my PlayStation 5 controller, and then I'm gonna plug this end into my Xbox. Instantly upon plugging this in, it now has a blue LED light on there. My Xbox is actually already on. All right, I have it plugged in to my PlayStation controller. You don't have to turn your PlayStation controller at all on. It just starts working. Some things to take note of on the PlayStation controller are, I think this, if you press the pad, the pad will take a screenshot. It didn't right there, but it'll take a screenshot. I know when I was playing Fortnite and stuff, but I'm using this. This is working completely fine. I think the biggest thing that I noticed about the controller is I was expecting it to feel more like a PlayStation controller when I was playing. One of the things I didn't like about playing Fortnite on here was that when I was playing Fortnite on the Xbox, using the Xbox controller, it felt a lot looser. And the controls didn't feel as tight, even though I had the same settings in my controller settings for Fortnite. So I wanted to get this to make sure and see if a PlayStation controller could be used and I'd get that same kind of feeling on the PlayStation. It's completely different. It does, when the PlayStation controller is connected to the Xbox, it feels like an Xbox controller. The bigger difference is you don't get any of the rumble functionality, and you do get obviously the comfort and the familiarity of the PlayStation controller, and it works. I didn't have any issues with using it, but at the end of the day, it just didn't feel like what I wanted it to feel like, how it feels on PlayStation. It felt like it did on Xbox. But if that's what you want and you just want to use the PlayStation controller, then it works great for that. And I didn't have any problems that I could see, except for, again, the rumble functionality just doesn't work, and you can't use it wirelessly. You have to use it plugged into the USB. I also wish that this came with a USB cable. I think it's weird that it doesn't. I know it's an extra cost, but it's already pretty expensive at like 50 bucks or more. So you'd have to get a USB-A to USB-C cable, and I would definitely get a long one at that. And I'll link one down below, because if you don't have one, then you're going to be really close, because a lot of the USB cables you probably have that are USB-A to USB-C are probably very short. But with that said, works great, no rumble. And if you love using your PlayStation controller on your Xbox or some other controller on your Xbox, then it should work great. This is their newest generation. Link down below if you want to pick it up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.